Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Virgo March 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, first thing off is as far as March goes, the Sun will be in Pisces from the 1st until the 20th. So the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on relationships, a significant other, marriage partner, could be business partnerships, open adversaries, legalities, legal matters, negotiation, and compromise. So, and even competition. Now, given that this is Pisces energy, well, a lot of this could be done with a lot of self-sacrificing, open adversaries. There might be more forgiveness than usual. There may be more passive energy connected with this at this time. There could be a lot of idealism as well. And also this energy, these 7th house matters may be done with a lot of compassion and altruism. This could be something too where in some cases this could shine the light, so to speak, on a Pisces open adversary. It could be a Pisces Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Pisces-like characteristics. Now, some may wonder, well, what's the difference between, well, something that if the Sun is emphasizing a 12th house, that's shining the light on a hidden adversary. Well, what is the difference between that and when we're talking about the Sun, the 7th house, and possibly the Sun shining the light on a open adversary? Well, the 12th house is, of course, the hidden adversaries, and the thing about that is, well, that is more enemies that are not necessarily seen, that have been concealed, and they might come out and be exposed. The open adversaries is more when you're talking about the Sun in the 7th house, it's really putting more of a spotlight on them. You may have already been cognizant of them, but it really puts more of a shine light, more exposure on them, more of a focus and attention. So anyway, that's basically the difference, so those of you wonder. Next thing up, as far as March goes, the Sun will be in Aries from the 20th until the 31st, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on transformation, regeneration, rebirth, shared resources, emotional, moral, monetary support. Could be death in some cases that you may be dealing with. It could also be some cases it could be things connected with creditors. It could be credit cards. It could be also matters with insurance and taxes, things connected with psychology as well, and even deep research. Now, given this is Aries energy, a lot of this may be done with a lot of assertive and aggressive energy, initiative and enterprise, but just remember to be careful because Aries energy could be very impatient and impetuous. This could be done with a lot of courage and fortitude, but keep in mind too that, I mean, because 8th house could be a crisis as well. So this could be a time where you show a lot of that courage under fire and adversity. If you're going through any crisis, this could be the time where a lot of that fearless energy could come out. But remember, the 8th house too can also be about things of a surgical nature, especially say if this is making an inconjunct to your ascendant, and at the time when it makes an inconjunct aspect to your ascendant, and say this is actually hitting your Virgo ascendant. This could be in your actual natal chart. This could be shining light on an Aries surgical matter. It could be something connected with the head, the face, or even the eyes, and especially you're talking about or one of the eyes anyway, I should say, depending on. I mean, well, actually, the eyes could be associated with Aries, but you're talking about the Sun, so it could really just be one of the eyes, or it could be, or maybe in some cases both, because Aries can correspond with that, but the sun also corresponds with one of the eyes depending on gender. So anyway, and also a lot of that is too dependent, predicated on, I would think, aspects this is making to points in your natal chart. It's making a number of adverse aspects, or make an adverse aspect to, say, Mars or Pluto. Those are planets connected with surgery. And if you have things like in progressions that might indicate this as well, or reinforce that, that is something to look at. Now, anyway, next thing up, there will be a new moon in Pisces on March 6th. So the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, this could be manifest perhaps in a new Pisces open adversary in some cases. This could be a Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant person, or it could simply be one that embodies Pisces-like characteristics. This could be a new period where you might start perhaps a Pisces relationship as well. It could be, again, a Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant person, or one that embodies those traits or characteristics, or even a Pisces partnership, and the same thing applies to that as far as whether it's a Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant, or a or someone embodies those characteristics. Could be a somebody that you start a business partnership with, that could have it could be a Pisces, but this could also be a Pisces-like partnership, where it's something Pisces related, such as something with the metaphysical, which includes astrology, or something with poetry, dancing, photography, chemistry. It could be some people that help out with perhaps with some kind of drug addiction people, helping those less fortunate than yourself. And also, too, this could be a period where you begin to show more, maybe this is a beginning period where you start showing more self-sacrifice, altruism, more compassion in your relationships, or even beginning to maybe show more forgiveness toward an open enemy or open adversary at this time. And could be, too, in some cases, this could be a new, some kind of new confounding or confusing legal matter at this time as well. Some cases that is where you could, that's another way that this could manifest in some cases. But anyway, well, the next thing up is there will be a full moon in Libra on March 20th. So the 2nd house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, this could be about the completion or culmination of some Libra-like financial endeavor. It could be something connected with it if you were in some position like with arbitration, or in an art position doing something like sculpting or painting or drawing. Anything Libra related, graphic artists, something in a law position such as working as an attorney, paralegal, bailiff, or judge. Could also be a time too where it could be a relation. Libra is a sign of a relationship, so it could be a time where a relationship may come to an end that might have been maybe adversely affecting your self-esteem, your self-worth. And a lot of this could be, it might be accentuated more, that energy, say if this is making an adverse aspect to your natal Venus. It could also be a time when you're talking about a full moon in astrology. It could be a time where one may become tired, exasperated, and full of something. This could be a time for someone that might become tired, exasperated, full of some kind of superficial charm, or maybe someone being overly ambivalent, indecisive, person, maybe overly peaceful. It might be somebody that you are generating income with, or maybe has played a role somehow strongly in your possessions, your resources. And anyway, another way this can manifest in some cases, it could be a legal monetary settlement could take place at this time, or maybe this is a time where you finally completed balancing the budget, so to speak, or maybe a reconciliation or compromise is reached regarding maybe possessions that might be involved, that you may have had or have, or maybe your resources, or something of a monetary nature at this time. So Anyway, well, the next thing up. Well, Mercury will be in Pisces. And it'll be retrograde from like March 6th to like the 29th. And the seventh house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. It will be retrograde, therefore, the majority of the month. Hold on a moment, people. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Anyway, well, some cases this could be about rather ambiguous, cryptic communication you might have, perhaps with a significant other. It could be a grandmother, perhaps a marriage partner, maybe over legal matters. It could be talking with an attorney, and also could be a time too where I mean, Mercury, again, I've talked about this before, but Mercury can be more than just about more about than just communication. Thing it could also be about siblings. This could be a time where Pisces siblings, they could be Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Pisces-like characteristics, might figure more prominently in your relationships at this time. It could be dealing with legalities or open enemies or negotiation or compromise. Given that it's going to be retrograde the majority of the month, this could be about a lot of reviewing, maybe about forgiving your open enemies, open adversaries, and really, it's a lot of rewind and thought and wondering, and maybe too thinking about whether you maybe been overly unrealistic or overly idealistic regarding some seventh house matters. It could be maybe in matters with trying to work out something with an open enemy, or maybe a legal situation. It could be matters with a significant other, perhaps. It might be something where you're wondering if maybe you've been overlooking the transgressions and flaws and defaults too much of a significant other in some cases, and it's a lot of reviewing whether you have or maybe or you have not, and whether it's about forgiveness and anything Pisces related, and whether you think maybe the relationship could be unrealistic perhaps in some cases. So anyway, well, next thing up, Venus will be in Aquarius as far as March goes, from the 1st until the 26th. So the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, in some cases, this may manifest when spending money on an Aquarius health-related matter. It could be something connected with the ankles or the shins, perhaps, or it could be too. Looking at this could be about perhaps enjoying Aquarius-like things in your daily routine. It could be, or maybe with an aunt or uncle even. It could be things connected with new ideas and concepts, innovation, and astronomy, aerospace, astrology, computers, electronics, and also, I mean, given you're talking about the 6th house of health, this could be some kind of erratic or sporadic situation going on with your throat or something with your voice even at this time. And also, I mean, given too, this could be something too where if you're unattached at this time, Virgo, you might connect with an Aquarius sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Aquarius-like characteristics. Could be somebody you meet at your place of employment or work, or someone you might work out with. It could be someone you meet at a health and fitness place, perhaps. Or it could be, again, place of employment, or maybe even in your daily routine. Somebody that you may, it might even be someone you might be of service to in some cases. Now, also, and again, I mean, this is really about too where money, you're talking about perhaps maybe spending money, maybe selflessly on 6th house people. It could be someone you know well at your place of employment, or maybe even a pet in some cases, or somebody you know that could be an aunt or an uncle, someone you may know that figures prominently in your health life, someone you know well at a fitness place. Anything, anyone's 6th house related. So anyway, and also I think another way this can manifest perhaps is maybe valuing freedom and independence more so than usual in your daily routine, in your work life at this time. So anyway, last but not least, Venus will be in Pisces as far as March goes from the 26th until the 31st. So the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, this could manifest perhaps in feeling really more, maybe more compassion for and maybe for your open enemies, or maybe even being more feeling more forgiving, or the love of self-sacrifice and altruism in your relationships. Perhaps it could be a time too, Virgo, if you are unattached, you might connect with a Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Pisces-like characteristics. And also too, you might find yourself enjoying Pisces-related things, perhaps with a marriage partner, significant other. It could be a grandmother. It could be something connected with the metaphysical, which includes astrology, spirituality, poetry, dancing, photography, things with illusion, such as magic tricks. Could also be where you might be looking at this as a, well, when you're talking about Venus and in Pisces, you're talking about sometimes this could be very deceptive energy and things of a monetary nature. You could be more, as we're talking about the 7th house, you might be more susceptible to being beguiled monetarily through some kind of negotiation or compromising issue. So just be careful at this time, Virgo, that no one's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, or trying to make someone's trying to make out some negotiation or compromise with you and saying, well, I'll make sure I'll pay you such and such if you do this, or if you pay me this amount of money, I'll do my part. But make sure you're really being careful, and that you're not allowing yourself to become overly gullible, or being suckered into something where you turn out to be the loser in a situation like that. So it might be more important to see if the person is going to do what they do on their end first before you cave into their requests in a situation where you're talking about a negotiation or compromise. So, and also too, this could be another thing where maybe something monetary connected with a legal matter might be a little bit somewhat nebulous or unclear. You might not be, and maybe there's some kind of money that if you're involved in a legal situation that you're trying to settle on, that you're just not maybe it's not being disclosed or something, or that you're trying to find out what the details are more regarding some kind of monetary settlement, and you're not really getting maybe the details on that issue, because Pisces energy is more, it's really not very detailed, and it could be things that are very nebulous and unclear. So anyway, people, well, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Virgo March 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Virgo March 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.